So I apologize. The camera actually lost all the footage of installing the cylinder heads. I'm going to be working on that, trying to get another camera so that doesn't happen again. But the heads are all torqued. ARP obviously. 3 stages to 125. Exhaust manifold, this side right here. I put the cylinder head one on first, then I put the exhaust manifold on. And then on this side, the head went on completely, you know, with the exhaust manifold, all that stuff. I just put the glow plugs in. Still got to bolt up pipes up on both sides. And then this, I need to tighten this bracket still right here. The turbocharger, that one is, that actually didn't film. I forgot. So it is what it is, you know, but they're really easy. Just make sure the cylinder heads, the block surface is really clean. Blow all the holes out, make sure the cylinders are themselves are really clean. Try not to use anything too abrasive so that nothing falls down in the engine. Unfortunately, today is very windy, so it's made this very difficult for me because I've been trying to be as clean as possible because I don't want to contaminate this engine with crap and dirt. So without me wasting any more time, let's get this thing going. Right now I'm going to do the valve train, so we're going to go ahead and get the rockers. We'll make sure the camera's still hopefully working. It appears to be working. Let's hope it continues this way. Let me get the push rods. I'm going to clean the push rods and prep them. And then I'm going to try to do it with the quickness. The push rods, I took them out and just we're brake clean. Now, ideally on the push rods, you'd want to put them back in the same place. With this engine, these require the valves to be adjusted. You know, the valve lash. You know, a racing car. So I'm just gonna put them back wherever, because gotta adjust the valves anyway, so it really doesn't matter besides the wear. Let's get all these nice and clean. Gotta keep all the trash off of them. Now we're gonna blow through them. Okay. Okie dokie. Now we're gonna get some grease. I hope I don't lose this footage. It's gonna go dabble do. And I put a little bit on the end of the ball, just like that. I mean, that's a lot, but just want to make sure they sit in the right place. Just want a little bit, because you'll feel them engage in the lifter. So, and then obviously when I adjust the valves, I also like to verify that everything's rolling over good. So that's what's nice about adjusting the valves. I can double check everything. So there's no binding or nothing in the valve train. And I'm getting a little crazy with the grease. It's okay. Okay, there's those. Let me get the other side push rod. The push rods are going back in their same side though. So I'll try to try to get all the old oil off of them, get them all nice and clean. And try to be as clean as possible. Well, like I said, just give it a little tug on the bottom, make sure that they're engaged in the lifter. That's why I like putting grease on them, plus you kind of should put grease on them. But it's a little trick I learned. Works good for the 6-liter Power Strokes, because those ones you can't really see. These ones you can see decently, the lifters, so you can visually see that they're engaged, but it's just easier to not have to look down each one. So, okay, trying to find the hole. Okay, so So those are all done. I am gonna have to go grab another can of brake clean because I'm running out of brake clean. Oh no, I have an extra kit right there. Okay, next we're gonna do the bridges. So let's get these cleaned up. Another racing truck. Okay, now I am only gonna put just a dab of grease. Let me bring you guys over here so you can see. Okay, so let me get the camera set up. This is the driver's side. I'm gonna do something a little bit different, but you're gonna have to follow along here. There's a method to my madness. Squeeze some grease out. Okay, so we're just gonna go put a little grease on each one for the tops of the valves. Put some in the pockets of the push rods. And then this engine, it gets cranked over quite a bit before it runs anyways, because the fuel system's drained obviously. So it'll take, 30 seconds of cranking, maybe a little longer to prime it. So all this grease will be displaced by engine oil by that time. Plus it has a new turbo. I need to verify that we have good oil to the turbo before I let this thing run and spin that turbo up. I don't want to spin that turbo dry when it's first start. Okay, so we have all that. Now let me get these bridges. The bridges are a little fun because now you gotta make sure you put these on right. So the flat spot goes towards the inside. So like that, because the fuel injector is right there. See, they go like that. I'm not gonna put any grease or anything right here, and I know I should. The problem is when I go to do the valve adjust, it is a pain in the butt when there's grease right there. Because the last few that I've done that too. And every single time I'm like, why did I do that? So we're not gonna put any grease there. You can see I'm facing them the flat to the inside. And it can't go this way because the valve cover's right there. So, if you just sit back and think about it, you can understand that, logically, how everything goes back together. Okay. So let's make sure that all of them are on the right place. Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and switch over. We're going to put all the bridges on this side now. Okay, I wanted to try to... It's like 4 o'clock, we close at 5. I was hoping to have these valves adjusted. I didn't start on this till a couple hours ago. I was hoping to have the valves all adjusted today and put the valve covers on and maybe the injectors in, exhaust hooked up, but been busy with everything else. So that didn't happen. So I really hate that I didn't get the footage of putting the heads on. That would have been really interesting. But it's not bad. I do recommend having 2 people when you set the heads on. It's a little tedious. Fun. In the sun. Oh, good, okay. So in the morning, just have Jason go down there with you?
Yeah.
Have him run down there and pick that thing up. He's all showing off his truck to you. Driving all fast. Look what my 7.3 can do. What's the transmission hooked up? It's like, yeah, I know they're fast, but not when a trailer's hooked up to them. Probably gonna adjust the valves in the morning. Maybe I'll put the lower valve covers on tonight. Flat. Okay. Now the rockers, I'm gonna need a couple minutes to clean them up because they're really, really dirty. Okie dokie. Got them as pretty as they're gonna get. So let's set these suckers down. There's that side. and then we're gonna go over and torque those next. But like I said, I don't put any grease between that stuff. And yeah. Now I'm doing the same thing on the driver's side. Unfortunately, I moved the camera before, so you have to imagine. Okay, so I'll just set this side down, same deal. Just want to make sure the push rods are lined up. And there's dowels right here and there, so you want to make sure those are lined up pretty well. Kind of want to get it close. See that one right there? That's a bad note. That's right. Very good. I'm trying to be easy and gentle. I think these get torqued at 37 pounds. I think. But I will go find out for sure right now. So I was incorrect. It's actually 30 foot-pounds or 30 pound-feet. Don't really know. So we're just gonna make sure we get right on the money. Be nice and gentle with the torque wrench. Be right in the green at 30 foot, 30 pounds. Okay. And we're not gonna double check them because apparently that causes over torque, and we don't want that. Probably start in the middle first. Then we'll go. When I see people use torque wrenches, they're like animals with them. And they go nice and slow. 30.6. So all the rockers are tight. What I'm going to do, just to prep for tomorrow, just to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to clean these surfaces right now where the valve cover sits.
Do you have an extra tape measure on the valve for the night?
Yeah, there's one on the top of my toolbox.
On top of it?
In the top drawer of my toolbox.
Okay.
On the left side. So we're gonna clean this mating surface up and just set the lower valve covers on for tonight, so we don't get no dirt in the engine. Now I'm gonna cover everything up. So tomorrow I can come in, I can pull the rags and the valve cover off, adjust the valves, and then start building it from there. I mean, fortunately, the valve adjustment's the last hard thing to do on this. Everything else is actually quite simple. And then another thing that you should make sure too, with the with putting studs in, sometimes these studs on the bottom will actually hit the lower valve cover rocker cover and cause it not to seal. So that'll be a good little test right now to make sure that we're not gonna have that problem, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean the driver's side right now. It's getting dark outside. Get all nice and clean. Just because that ARP lube gets on everything. That stuff kind of messy, but it does its job, you know. And seal up my grease so I don't get dirt in it. I don't need dirt in my grease. Okay. I have the new gaskets. I need to put the gaskets on. These are the part number if you're interested. for the LLY. Not really sure if it fits. I know it doesn't fit LV7. LV7 is completely different. LV7 uses a rubber one on the bottom and silicone on the top. But he might use these on like the LVZ or something, I'm not sure. I don't think I've had to do heads on LVZ. Only the LLY and the LV7. Someone wanted me to do someone in LML, but I really didn't have the time. We were too busy at the time. But, and truthfully, I really don't want to do them. These things are a pain in the butt. But, you know, when the customer needs a repair and needs to be done right, I'll have to do it. I don't trust any other shops around here to recommend to do this kind of work. Not in this area, at least. Yeah, some of them, I couldn't imagine what happened if they did heads on one of these. It's definitely one of the more complicated trucks to do cylinder head gaskets on. They're not very forgiving. They're not hard to do, they're just tedious. There's a lot going on in these trucks. There's so many bolts and pipes and all kinds of stuff. I'm pretty sure this one goes over here. I'll set them on there for tonight.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow when I do that, I'll adjust the valves, take them off. I gotta check clearances though, make sure they're not hitting the bolts. Because these, they like to hit the bolts, the studs.
Oh.
The studs stick up. I've never seen it, but people say it happens. The stud will hit the bottom of this cover and
Oh, that's right.
it won't seal. Yeah.
You said it was this side?
Both sides. Queso cheese. We are starting the valve adjustment, so we're gonna bring this engine to top dead center. And it's gonna rotate nice and easy because there's no injectors in here. Just being very mindful of everything today with the wind. Now the mark, I believe, is that right there. So I went too far, of course. I'm gonna have to grab a mirror so I can make sure. So I got the engine on top dead center. Just like here, there's a mark down there on the side of the balancer. Lines up with that. We're perfectly lined up down there now. So we're gonna start on this side right here. Oh, peanut butter. Okay. You want? I would ask Barry to see if he can get them out of their truck.
Okay.
So we can get that one going. So I feel bad they're gonna wait for it. Okay, we're adjusting it to 12,000s. Yeah, I might have just done something very wrong. I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
I don't know, Andrew. I don't think the radiator's right, bro.
It could be. Just leave that up there and I'll look at it a little bit.
You want me to write review on there?
Yeah, if you could.
Okay. That's gone.
So I wasn't. In this configuration, we can adjust all the ones that are black in color. So let's go ahead and just start getting this done because this needs to get done. I keep getting sidetracked. And we're doing 12,000s per the specification. And I'm comfortable with that. Slight drag. Okay. Now let's check this one. A little tight. That one's actually not bad. That one we're gonna say it's okay. And then 3 intake is the shorty. This one right here. So we're gonna go ahead, move you guys over. That thing is extremely tight. I bent my thing a little bit. Some brand new feeler gauges. Second time using them. Let's see. That's a little loose. I like a little friction. Let's give it just a little hair. Still loose. Ideally, I like to leave my wrench in there. So about right there. When you tighten it, it's gonna pull it up a little bit. Ooh, I'm breaking this thing today. It's not like the other one. I like the other ones. Yeah, I'm being special today. It's because I'm in a hurry. That's good. Okay, that's tight. Let's see, as I'm doing this, I'm skipping steps because I marked them to know that I did them. Those 3 have been done. I'm just in a little bit of a rush because the wind, I don't want to get dirt in this engine. I want to try to get these valve covers on as quick as I possibly can. So we're going to do this one. So, let's get the feeler gauge. That one's really loose. That's 5 intake. Stick it in there. Yeah, that one feels good. Let's mark that one that we did it. Okay. And 7 exhaust. That one's a little loose. I'm gonna have to crawl up here. Set that over there. Get up in here. Come on, floor gauge. Bring this up. There's dust everywhere. So let's feel it. Oh, tight. Tighter than the other ones. I try to base it off of them all being the same. Yeah, it's about the same as that one. Yeah, it's about the same. Actually, cool. That's why I usually go through and check them in the same time. So we got those complete. Now let's move over to the driver's side. Off my filler gauge. All the
line from the hydro boost to the gearbox, right?
I believe so.
Depending on this end, the hydro boost end takes the seal on there.
Oh my god.
The other end is the same. Close. These same fitting.
It's the same fitting that you have on there already?
Yeah, these are the same, but this one
is different, yeah. Can you have Barry call them and ask them? I'm not too sure why they sent us that. I think it's because that box is different. Okay, let's see. That feels pretty good right there. Okay. Okay, 2 intake, or 2 exhaust, sorry. 2 exhaust is done. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna go through and torque all these rockers down. And then we have 6 intake, and 8 exhaust. So that's these 2 right here. That's really tight right there. Okay. I think, drop my fluid gauge here. Give a little bump. See how that feels. That feels good. Now we're just gonna do the back one. Just check it real quick, see if it needs adjustment. Yeah, that's a little loose. Still too loose. I don't like doing them like this. You get a little, you make them a little tighter. Okay. That feels pretty good. Make them a little tighter because when you tighten them, they loosen up. So I did those 2. Now, I believe we gotta turn the engine 360 degrees. Okay. Rotate the 1 revolution. Bring number 1 to the top dead center of the exhaust. Now we're gonna turn the valve for 1 full revolution. Somewhere about right there. Not ideal. We're doing this today. Okay, now with that being the case, we should be able to do the rest of them. Okay, now we need to be doing, make sure, 3 exhaust. Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. So now let's get back over here. Let's finish this side up. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. That one's loose. Hair back. It's still tight. Try to roll it back just a little bit. loose actually. Let's give it a smidge. So I'm gonna try to, I want them perfect. I don't like them. Yeah, this is as good as it's gonna get. Let's check it again.
You don't know. You gotta just use this one and you don't see nothing wrong with it.
I can't imagine the way
Same
you would.
fittings on the other end where it goes to the gearbox.
Yeah, well, it's longer. This one's shorter, huh?
Yeah, this one's shorter and it's bent a little bit different. But
I mean, if it fits, I guess. I don't know why they would send us the wrong hose, but yeah, just do whatever.
Fitting there, I don't know what that's for.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Maybe a different size, different type of or something.
Yeah.
This one needs a seal.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, let's go ahead and reuse that one then.
Alright.
I don't know why they would send us that, but cool.
So we're gonna think that on the old one will work, Andy?
Yeah, it should work fine. I don't know why they sent it like that.
That's the first time I've seen that. Is
The-
that the first one they've sent us?
Well, see, the problem with that box is the box they sent us is ported. Did we request a ported box?
Yeah.
We did?
No.
I don't think we did, because I remember you asked and I said no, I didn't want them, because the ported ones are more expensive. Because what it is if he ever puts a ram on it, it's already set up for a ram. I think that one's gonna be a little too tight. Backing up. Yeah. I can be even. Maybe just a smidge. Just to make them all equal. That's better. Okay. Now we're done with this side. Put that gasket back on all the way. Now we're gonna go ahead and do this side. So we can finish this up. Get this out of here. Let it mark these, of course.
I feel like I got my head up my ass today, Andy.
It happens. Okay, so
We're gonna put that on right now.
what am I gonna do?
Everything okay?
Yeah, just trying to get all this stuff done.
What's up with the Taurus?
He's checking it right now. I'm not sure.
Let's see what these dipshits are doing about that. We ain't got nothing to do?
No.
No? Bobby Wayne leaving his?
Yeah. Well, he's waiting for it actually. I believe.
Who's working on that, Cooch?
Yeah, but we won't have the parts till the end of the day.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah, one of the hoses is in Anaheim.
Oh, fuck.
So, end of day today, unfortunately. H&H obviously don't have anything for
Tim
that.
here?
Yeah, Tim's here. Tim's doing that steering box on that one truck.
Okay.
I gave him that because I didn't have nothing else for him to do. Okay, that one's good. So let's go ahead and mark it. And the only reason I mark them is so that I know I adjusted them. When I go adjust, like I said, once I'm done, I'm going to go through and tighten everything up. I'll tighten all these rockers. I just torque them, make sure they're all nice and tight. If they tighten a lot, then we'll have to go back and recheck the valve lash, because it can affect the valve lash if they're not tight. Oh, tight. These ones are very sensitive. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Too loose compared to that one. Okay. That's better. Comfortable with that. Maybe just a smidge tighter. my valve cover pulled down. Which one's that one? The 6 blow?
Yeah.
Back glow plug?
Well, I've got it supplying voltage to it when you key it on.
Okay.
I was getting like, I was just checking resistance on all of them. I'm getting like a bunch of varied readings.
Okay.
4.5, blah, blah, blah. They all seem to be right about there. But earlier they were 1 point something.
Yeah, when they get warm, they get a little higher.
Okay.
Generally, when they're cold, they're around 2 generally.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was seeing was like 1.8, 1.7, something like that.
Yeah, they're usually around there.
So yeah, I did have it keyed on after that, so they would have warmed up.
But the glow plug on the code, it doesn't seem to be acting up. It doesn't. Is that one?
It's not like an open circuit or anything like that.
Okay. Is the resistance crazy on that one?
No. It's kind of in line, and I even took apart the 4-wire connector and checked it there. They all seem about the same.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Probably have a bad module then.
Yeah.
Just do what I would do is do a key on.
Engine running.
You can do a glow plug test. You can do a glow plug test and see what it comes back at.
Okay.
See if it throws that code. If it does, and then just check it again and make sure. And it's probably going to be a bad module.
Okay.
Okay, that one's good. Okay, now we only have 2 more to do. Thank goodness. Oh, the camera's still recording too. It's probably gonna be a time lapse. It's taking me too long. Not taking me long. It's just I'm just weird with valve adjustments. We don't really need this anymore. I know what cylinders it is. Oh. And then the next thing that we have to be careful of is making sure that the lower rocker cover, lower valve cover doesn't hit the head studs. Now I'm going to put the camera in a different place because I need to get in here a little bit, so I apologize for moving you guys around. But there we go. Now I can. So much easier now. That feels pretty good. Okay. Let's just double check it after I tighten it. Good. My hand's just getting tired. We were torquing these yesterday. Let's check the rear cylinder. This is number 8. We're a little tight back there. So tight it pulled my killer gauge out of my holder. These things kind of suck. I like Snap-on, but should have made these things out of metal or something. Because these feeler gauges pull right out of these pieces. Okay. Now, feels pretty good right there. Feels good. Okay, let's double check it. Feels good. Okay. Let me mark it, and then I'm gonna go get my torque wrench and a 14. We're gonna torque all these suckers real quick. According to my spec sheet, they get 16 foot-pounds. So make sure they're all at least that, because I really don't want to tighten them anymore, and it'll change the adjustment. They're all tight.
Get back to no coats. I would recommend putting a glow plug in. Yeah. Go from there, but then also retest.
Yeah,
Do this glow plug test afterwards.
Yeah, I would recommend putting a glow plug in. Right, it might have a failed module. Just make sure look at the connectors. Look at the connector on the glow plug control module, and then that sub connector. Make sure not melted. Because I have seen that before.
Okay, I didn't see because I had them out to the green and black, and then
Just make sure.
check the other one.
Yeah, if they're good, then I would recommend a glow plug, and just let them know we got to retest for the module.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, guys. So, the one thing you have to be careful of on these trucks when you're studying them, I've actually never seen the problem before, but people say it's an issue. Right here is this stud. My personal belief is if this stud's not all the way inserted into the engine, if it's not all the way screwed in, it'll hit this and cause us to leak. You can see we're pretty much flat. It's just a smidge over the deck surface, over the top of the head surface, and we got a nice recess in here, so we're gonna be fine there. So I have a suspicion that we're gonna leak it all. So I'll go ahead and set this down. Okay, there's that. Okay, and then on the other side, maybe. And then same thing on the back side. We gotta make sure that stud's not sticking out a ton. Again, it's not. When I do these, I try to make sure my studs are all the way in, as far as they will go. You don't want to. Sometimes you don't want to tighten them all the way. You're not supposed to tighten the studs in the lock. Not entirely sure why. It's just what they tell me. So I always try to do what I'm told. Okay, we're gonna move this harness back into this so I can actually work. Okay, now we're going to put the valve cover back on. Let me get all the bolts ready for that. I'm going to get the valve cover on today. Get it all sealed up. So, we're going to put all our little Allens back in there. We got the long ones go right there. And these I'm just gonna tighten them with my.
No programming on that glow plug control module, right?
No program. No, just plugged in. Okay, let's set all these in there. And we'll do the same to the other side. We're gonna go to town on this thing. Tighten the sucker up. And then I still have to tighten that bracket back there. I can't forget about that. That would suck. I think I'm missing one bolt. Probably fell in my tray, my secondary tray. Don't tell the other side, but I just took one from the other side. We'll deal with that when the time comes. So, go ahead and get all these installed. And this one started. Careful back there. And these covers are on dowel, so you want to make sure they're on all the way. If they're not, they will break. We're just gonna get this side tight, and then I'm gonna set the upper valve cover on, just so we don't get no more dirt in this engine. And then I have to that. I have the upper valve cover right here. We got a brand new gasket in there. Let me get some of the buttons for that. Might as well just install this one here, honestly. Yeah. I'll sit the other side on there. Try to keep the crap out of it for now. Okay. And what I do on these gaskets underneath, I put a little silicone in some random spots on the channels to hold the gasket in place, not to seal the cover, you know, just trying to keep the gasket from falling out when I install it. Just so when I set it down, it doesn't fall out. You okay? Almost there. I'll get the other side tight and we'll get the injectors cleaned up, resealed. Then it'll be golden. So let's go ahead and do the same thing to this one. Get them all started. Trying to make sure they engage well.
Alright, so on that one I got it does still filters, but it needs a rear disc service and pinion seal.
Okay, just let them know that.
Yeah, and I wrote it down on both.
Cool, just let them know everything else is done on it.
These tires, I'm gonna tell them too.
Okay.
The tires, they're ready to crack and blow up.
Okay.
Drive that truck.
Okay, just let them know. That's all we can do. Okay. I could have probably put these on as one assembly. Okay. What I like to do . Okay. Let's make sure. I just want to go over all of them. Make sure everything's tight. We'll go around that perimeter and then we'll go through the middles. It's actually a pretty good design. I don't like it. It's a decently. This design is a decent, well thought out design. That one. Let's just double check this one. Okay. Make sure everything's all nice and snug. Race car. Now I'm gonna take the extension off. All the lower ones are tight. Double check the uppers. You know, That one got a little turn on. That's about it. Nothing crazy. Still got to be concerned with this side. We still have the injector bores are open to the air. I'm gonna throw some rags on real quick. So we get a little bit of crap to get this thing. Because I still have to clean the injectors. I have not done that yet. I clean the injectors and the entire fuel system out. Fuel rails, fuel lines. So we got those plugged up. We're done with this side for the most part. Now it's time to start on this side. And I like this spot really well, so I'm gonna put you back right there. Okay. I'm gonna take this one off. It's just gonna make it a little easier for me to do this. Okay. Look at this. See this. Let me get all these bolts. I think I dropped one of those pins that hold the injector down, so I might have to locate that. I think I found it. I'm not sure. Okay. And then the most difficult part, I think, putting everything back together is going to be getting the intake bridge in, because I took it out with the heads. I took the heads out. Unfortunately, it's not too easy to do. Did I put one? No. That one, I have that one. I have one for this corner. Then I need one for the bottom corner. This one's kind of fun. Not really giving much room. Okay, I have all those. So here it is, right here. Cool. So I think we have all of our bolts. All those, that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're good. Have all of our bolts in. So let's go ahead and get this stuff sealed up. I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten them. I'm sitting on dowels. I would do what I did on the other side though and not do it this way. But now we'll go over and check them all again. Yeah. Now we need to get these two down here tight. Actually, these three. I can probably get this on that one. I really want to strip it though. That would just make my job more difficult. So let's get it in with it by hand as much as we possibly can. And then I'll tighten it with the ratchet. These lower valve covers, they didn't get perfectly clean like I want them to. I spent an entire day in the hot tank, which is usually more than I do, but I got really busy. So I figured I'll just let them be. We're gonna have to use an Allen key. So luckily I got the Allen key right here. It's out here. there's that. Now we're gonna get the one in the back. I don't want to use the ratchet to stir up any more dirt. So let's do it by hand. Okay. Yeah, that one's tight. Now let's go through the rest of them. Might as well check these lowers while I have the easy access. Okay. Okay. And those three in the corner, the two bottoms and the back one, those ones are tight. So I don't have to worry about those, because I hand tighten those. Okay. Feels good. And I'll get the upper valve cover on.
Yeah.
Okey-dokey. Let's put this one in here. And these, just so you're aware, these covers are the same per side. The only difference is they're studs in different spots. So you can actually, if you put them on the wrong side, you just pull the studs out, put them on the other side. Perfectly fine. Same thing with the cylinder heads. The cylinder heads can go on either way. Everything's pretty much reversible, which is pretty cool. Because I've put these on backward, not backwards, but on the wrong side. I put these on. The way I remember, this stud holds this fuel line on, so that's how I remember. This goes on the driver's side. And then if you notice on the other side, that side had a bracket on it. That's what holds the fuel line. This one right here, this holds the fuel lines up. Over here, it's a flat bracket that holds the glow plug control module. So that's actually how I remembered that. I think once I get these done, I'm gonna hold off on the injectors for a minute. I want to try to get the exhaust all tight, because with the turbo, the downpipe is still loose because I had an issue when we were installing it all. I'd like to get the exhaust nice and tight and then put the intake in, and then do the hard stuff, get the hard stuff out of the way, and then we'll get it done. I just want to get the engine sealed up because it is extremely windy today, and I need to get this done this week. I know it's Tuesday, and I generally wouldn't work on this in this kind of weather, but I have to get it done. The customer needs it back. I kind of want it out of my way. We're just, all we can do is be as careful as we can be. You know? Got to be careful with the dust and the dirt. So I was rushing to get these on, make sure everything's perfect, get these valve covers on, and then getting it done. Gets a little tight over here. You mess with these fuel lines a little bit. And then I'll show you my little trick on the intake bridge. What we're gonna end up having to do is with these replacement Garrett turbochargers, there's like zero room to install the intake or the upper bolt. I don't really understand it, but it is what it is. This dust is causing my allergies to go crazy. I want to cover this fill line up. Okay, now we're doing everything by hand again. In that back corner. And these injectors can go any place. They don't need to be coated, nothing. They just clean them up, place the O-ring, place the washer. You probably don't have to do that, but that's just how I do it. So when it's done, I don't have to worry about it. The washer blowing out because it was too thin. I don't think they're that expensive. It's not worth the comeback. That one's tight. It's a little fun. This way. And now we're gonna get these two. Okay, there's that one. Let's tighten this, and we're done with our valve covers. And this is where I wanted to be yesterday. Okay, so now that we're done with that, let's put that rag over that. Get this rag, let's plug up that number. It's number 8, I believe. Plug up all these injector bores so we don't have no crap going in them. This one's a little dirty. We're just gonna use that to cover up the breather hole. Same thing over here. Try to limit our amount of crap getting in this thing. Okay, so that's it for right now. I'm gonna get everything prepped and we're gonna do the exhaust box.